Isn't she lovely? Wonderful. I'd like to see the skies above. Deep enough is. Oh, all right. Howdy and aloha, everyone. This is James with Mana Talk. It is the 2nd of January, 2026. We made it. We made it through 2025. That was a good 2025 for me. I met a lot of people, did a lot of golfing, worked my ass off, kept things going, just kept it moving, kept it running, kept it going. I'm thankful. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God, for me being here and being able to do the stuff that I do and all that good stuff. And thank you all for being here if you're paying attention. Pam! I don't know, man. The question is why there's just silence. It's just complete silence. And I'm concerned about that. Now, strategically, that's not a bad idea. You don't want to get too crazy, and splurt out a bunch of stuff like Cash Patel did, and then later on, people used it against them that, what you're doing now. You kind of want to be hanging in the background, the silent type, yet forceful, yet, has some fucking gumption, you know what I mean? Which that could be the case. I am praying and hoping and praying and praying and hoping, and as a citizen, demanding that Pam get off her ass and do something in regards to pretty much everything. I mean, the last time I see her, she made a comment. Oh, look, this is December 19th, 2025. A week ago. No one is above the law. No one can obstruct law enforcement as they carry out their basic duties. This Department of Justice will not waver as our agents and law enforcement partners continue to make America safe again. That's right. But she was talking about this chick. Judge Hannah Dugan guilty of obstructing ICE. I mean, that was in a court that she wasn't even fucking involved in. It's like I'm taking credit for this one, people. That's me. No, well, it's not me, but anyway. It's like you put your stamp on that. Like you're part of it. That had nothing to do with you. It really had nothing to do with you. You did nothing for this, and you're. It's like, what the fuck? And then last night, President Trump, masterful, kiss his ass, lick his ass, whatever you do to keep what you're doing or how you're doing it. But it's kind of obvious. It's kind of obvious. I'm not sure why you got the job. Look, I'm not saying you're not completely qualified. We know that Democrats have put far worse. I mean, exponentially worse and way less qualified in positions of high authority, legislative authority, judicial authority, and governmental. We're talking officials, mayors, governor, whatever. The thing is you have the ability. Nobody's doubting your ability to do this job, Pam. Nobody is doubting that you can do it. We're just wondering, is there anything you can drop? Just a little anything, because if you're waiting for the midterms and if you're waiting for the optics of the midterms that people are allegedly guilty, we're fucked. The Republican Party will probably lose the House because there are a lot of people out there that still believe sanctimoniously and unequivocally in their fucking delusionally drained, woke ass fucking crazy minds that the Demoncratic Party is there to help them. And because of you, they still believe that. Yeah. I don't care what you guys say about this and that in Somalia and Ohio and, and fucking Minnesota and Tim Waltz and all these other people and Adam Schiff and all this stuff here. You know, we're showing a lot of fraud. Doge is showing a lot of fraud, a lot of criminal activity, a lot of this. But nothing's happening. Zero, nothing. This list hasn't been touched. Nothing. So I'm going to prioritize this for you because, I mean, just give me the fucking, let me get over where you're at. Let me get all the files, get everything together, and I'll set them down in piles out on the floor or on the desk or whatever, like the old-fashioned way. And I'll say, this first, this second, third, and so on, and prioritize it. Okay, the first thing you need to do, which I've been talking about for the last month or so, is the January 6th committee, which we all know that was a gigantic farce, a gigantic scam, and put 1,700 people in with criminal charges, gave them criminal charges of treasonous acts, felonies, federal felonies. And then out of those people, 700 were incarcerated, and a lot of them were in jail for years. And these people got away with this. So if you can mix J6, you can keep right here. You can get two birds with one fucking stone. Okay, here it is. Here it is. I'm gonna spell it out for you. You know, and I hope you're paying attention because this is important. And maybe you're just laughing at me, going, "I already got this, bro. Just keep your fucking hat on. Calm the hell down. We got this. Don't even worry." And we're going to get sentences and we're going to get verdicts and everything before the midterms. Before the midterms. 3 to 6, maybe hopefully not 9 months from now. So you need to start now. All right? The first one you need to fucking do is J6 committee. Along with the 2020 election. I'll make this even bigger just so you can see. And if you need help with any of this information, as far as, hang on. If you need any information, I got plenty of videos. They're all over the internet, especially in regards to J6 and the bullshit. And we're talking the 250 or whatever asset FBI agents at the time that were instigating everything. There's videotapes of them shooting fucking tear gas and crap behind the crowd to get them to push forward into the Capitol, and they were letting them in. And when they came in, they were standing between the ropes. I got video of fucking Raccoon Man being let in by a Capitol police officer, just fucking around in the chamber. Not a big deal. This is so much. Okay, that for sure. And then the committee and their allegations. The biggest part is why would they supposedly destroy all the information of that hearing? Why would anybody destroy a hearing that supposedly was justifiable or authentic or real? Why? Because it fucking wasn't. It just absolutely wasn't. It was a lie. You know it. I do know, and I am hoping and praying that Elon Musk and his Doge team will get back in together and go dig up those fucking hard drives. Go find that information out there. Somebody's got it. Somebody's got it in an email. Somebody's got it on a USB. So, look, this is the United States government, and as soon as technology came around and we were able to save hard drives and information, it's tucked away somewhere. Stuck and tucked away somewhere. So here, this is it. The J6 committee right there at the top of the list. There it is. Get that. And then while you're at it, go get Sidney Powell and Rudy Giuliani for the election. Because you know they had tons of information. Why do you think they stormed their fucking house? That was, and he's seeking restitution, which he should. Rudy Giuliani is seeking restitution for being scammed out of millions of dollars for that crap. Everything, his fees, that was just bullshit. And we know it. And we know COVID, which you won't bring up because you got to do it. You're going to have to at some point do it. You know, and I know that everybody knows that COVID-19 was used as a way to extend the amount of time that they were counting ballots, that were doing tabulations, that they were altering ballots, they were rigging ballots, they were bringing in more ballots, they were throwing away ballots, and gave them more time. That's what it was for. That's exactly what COVID-19 was for. It had nothing to do with making people sick, but that was the first part of it. The second part of it was to get you to take a vaccine that the animals died, so they stopped doing the tests. That didn't stop the transmission. That hasn't helped anybody. That still have people mesmerized. They're still doing the fucking fear mongering. This is crazy. That you can correlate. I've correlated it. I've got the numbers. I looked up all the numbers of how people were dying and the amount. It was like 1.6 or something per year or month or something like that. And all of a sudden, that really didn't change until I think it was January. It was 2020 or 2021 or 2020, whatever. It's right here. Let me just grab. I got everything. It's all on my videos. I have fucking proven this shit over and over again. Move this to the top. Right? Here it is. Yeah, in 2020, Cato Institute predicted 2.2 million people dying. But then I came around and said, nope, that's not the case. And then crazily, in December, there was this huge surge with 13 days, 162 people died, I guess due to the fluvid-19, I call it. But nobody said anything. But it was to boost the numbers. And you guys can check these numbers. See, I got it all right there. I'll just put it out there. You can take a screenshot. Please take a screenshot. Because none of this, all this was a part of that process. I mean, did you guys know? Because I'm really getting worried about the deep state. I'm really getting worried about the deep state. Here, just take another screenshot. There it is. There's more to that story. They were getting kickbacks and money and like it sounded like they were getting commission and residuals just for putting COVID deaths in to the system. I proved that. I showed that. The PCR test was crap. Kerry Mullins. We all know about that. Well, hopefully you know about it. Kerry Mullins died in July 2019. Like the only person that could prove that actually knew Fauci was a fraud, who had actually said he's full of shit and is a fraud. Kerry Mullins did many, many times. Okay, he's the guy that could have easily said that the PCR test was used, and I have the information, and I put it up, and I get it for you anytime you need it. If you have a infection, if you have a virus, or if your body is in distress, you would pop positive in the PCR test. That's it. You can go in with a sprained ankle, and your DNA and your body is in this ultra immune escalation system, and that's what the PCR test caught. And I proved that, and I showed that. So the whole PCR thing was it was all a fucking scam. It was all a gigantic scam. We know it. This channel got taken down for presenting that information. I was out appealing several times trying to get this channel back, and then one day I appealed and it came back. Interestingly enough, Trump had been in office for about 4 or 5 months. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? But I think what he said and his group said, you guys need to lay off of these people. You need to lay off. Well, I'm still threatening to sue Google, fucking YouTube, whatever. Because I was at about 560, close to 700 subscribers, and I guess most of those people were just Trump derangement syndrome, Demoncratic supporters. I guess I don't know what happened. It was pretty sad. But I lost a lot of people. Then I had to start 2 or 3 other channels. But I kept it going, and I kept pushing, and I kept giving the information. And all these copycats and all these fucking people have come up ever since me. But nobody, I remember, nobody but me and just a few people. I think Jason Burmis was 1. Ryan Christian was 2. Definitely Robin Colbert. Whitney Webb and a few others. Anomaly, maybe. Who was that? Derek Bros, for sure. We were all out there. Right? Heartland's Media all took the fucking vax. Jim took the vax. Jimmy Dore took the vax. Fucking Graham Elwood bent over and had a fucking Abby Dr. Doolittle or whatever the fucking name was. She was cute black girl. And I came onto a show and they were talking about vaccines are great and all this other shit. Next thing you know, the guy's in Hawaii. It was like, wow, how convenient. Where'd you get the money to fucking move to one of the most expensive states in the planet, bro? Right? And he's bitching and complaining and saying that there's just a bunch of cocaine with Jimmy Dore. I've got him saying that. It's on my Facebook. I go, why don't you just go back and try to talk? Because I actually miss Ron Placone. I've had Ron Placone on this show. I've had Graham on the show. I've had many people that were basically more independent, a little bit leaning left. Right? Socialism was cool at that point, but now I'm telling you, I have woken up like you wouldn't believe. I haven't been mesmerized. I've done my research. This fucking country was founded on individualism, meaning you could go get a piece of land, you can drill a well, you can collect rainwater, you could grow wherever and however, whatever you fucking wanted. You could drive and do whatever you wanted in or on your property. You could light fireworks, firecrackers. You could shoot hunting game. You have a big 100-acre ranch or 1,000, whatever. You can do whatever the fuck you wanted. Individualism. Right? As long as you didn't hurt anybody and your neighbors. That was just pretty much it. Bob does whatever he wants to fucking do. Bill does whatever he wants. Jimmy, I don't know what the fuck Jimmy's doing, but he does whatever the fuck he wants to do. And I'm okay with it, right? And that's the thing. But what up, this guy's still fucking free, right? That's part of it. I'm not going to keep going in here, but I got to say this. Let me go to here. I got to show you this. All right, we're going to show now. Pam's here, and then there's this one thread today. I tried to find it. Oh yeah, look at that. I wonder if these guys can pull this off. Oh God. I thought, Trump's doing what he can. I think he's a decent man. I don't know what the fuck, Joe Biden was just, I don't even know who that was. J.D. Vance can surge MAGA agenda items through the Senate if we nuke the 60-vote filibuster, because we only need 50 votes for everything. And J.D. Vance is the tiebreaker as VP. Number is 51. That's all they need. And only 50 Republicans is needed for every single bill. Now, this passed through the House. Now it's got to go through the Senate. And, this could be huge. This could really push through everything that Trump wanted, which I think is great. Voter ID. The SAVE Act for citizenship. Real citizens need to vote in the elections by law. Not fucking anybody and their mother from whatever country you want to train, plane, and allow them to slime through. Paper ballots, for sure. More 80-20 issues. All kinds of shit. All kinds of good stuff for us. Which the Democrats have never done. Never done. 2008, 2009, 10, 713 days. House and the Senate. Obama. Again, not the supermajority, but the majority. And what did Obama give you? The minimum wage hasn't been raised since 2009. They didn't codify Roe versus Wade. Right? They didn't fucking give you Medicare for all, did they? They didn't freaking raise the minimum wage like I just said. And God, they didn't stop wars. They actually added a few wars. Right? If you think the Demoncratic Party gives a shit about you, I got a little bag of fucking fresh laid feces crap that I know you'll buy for $100. All he gave you was Obamacare, and that turned into a fucking nightmare and a scam. Trump wants to give people back $2,000 a year. Wait until these fucking tariffs start coming and people start getting money. You're going to see. Things are going to change. Oh, you can't buy my... That's not it. They're just being fair. The Democrats would never do that because the Democrats, all they do is money laundering. They do the loophole. They send money out to their lobbyists. Their lobbyists turn around and start putting their donations and sticking money in those Cayman Island accounts, those Swedish accounts, the South African accounts, those fucking European just accounts that you want money just disappeared. They hide it and put it in places. I'm telling you. Or they'll do this insider trading that Nancy Pelosi does that I think is the reason why Marjorie Taylor Greene is gone. Because she was doing that too. And there's a few Republicans. I'm going to tell you right now. The Democrats are demonic, sinister fucks. There's no doubt. All of them. But there are a few fucking Mitch McConnells, Lindsey Graham's, Dan Crenshaw's, soon to be Liz Cheney's out there. You know what I mean? If you understand what the fuck is going on. Yeah, so hopefully that'll go through. Yeah, end the year of the filibuster. Let me go. I gotta show. Hopefully, and right here, these things are so dirty. The American people have had it up to here. There's no damn person in handcuffs. He's talking to you, Pam. Right? They dragged Roger Stone out of his house. Right? I mean, the stuff that they were doing to people, and nothing. I don't get it. I do not get it. Is this on her? Let me see. I gotta check something. That's okay. Okay. God, I've been eating so bad, and just today I started eating good. Well, I had some donuts. I bought a half a dozen donuts the other day that I was going to get for myself because I've been losing weight pretty well. I got down under 280, and I was at like 278, I think, at the time. I'm probably back up to 285. I'm just telling you. Maybe a little more. But because I can gain and lose because I'm a big guy. I can gain and lose 5 pounds in a week easily, 5 to 8 pounds. So about these donuts, right? And it took me a week. Hold on. Excuse me. Here, give me a second. I gotta blow my nose. Holy but Jesus. Give me a second. You know what I don't like is when people do that in a restaurant. That fucking drives me crazy. Got a little bit of the sniffles. I was outside doing some. I just got some new speakers for my truck. Oh, truck sounds great. Yeah, I'm not buying a new truck. I'm not making payments. There's no need for that. As a matter of fact, my dream truck is an old square body or anything before chips, computer chips. Anything before when you looked at an engine, it didn't look like a circuit board. It looked like an engine where there was a few tubes, a couple of gizmos here and there, some spark plugs, a block, a fan, water pump, alternator, just basic shit. And it was very inexpensive and very easy to fix and fucking maintain. And they were reliable. And there's a bunch of them out there. And we need to get back to that. My next show is going to be about that. Tomorrow I'm talking about that, and then I'm going to go over and start. I'm doing this little documentary about my land in Hawaii and how that's coming. Just letting you know. That'll be on Hawaii Lore. But back to the list. Back to this wonderful list here that Pam is not doing anything about. Oh, shit. What the hell am I doing? Right? I really don't think anything else takes priority right now. I'd really like to see... Of course, we all want to see Fauci and Bill Gates go down. We know COVID-19, there's deaths in Benghazi, not a big... Auto pen, I don't know if there's anything that can happen with that. Fast and Furious, of course, that was fucking big cartel building scam. Burisma, we all know about that. Epstein files, everybody wants the Epstein files. I do, for sure. But for the Republican Party and to get rid of the Demoncrats, you've got to do the J6 committee in the 2020 election. For sure, yeah. And yeah, the more that Epstein list needs to come out. It'll come out, people. A lot of it has come. They redacted it at first, but you can easily unredact shit. It's showing a lot of information about a lot of people, and yes, there is a client list. Fucking Cash Patel, what the fuck were you talking about, dude? What the fuck were you? What the fuck was in your brain? What was in your brain? But I've spoken to you. I've actually had words with you in Messenger, or I think it was X, or it was on your page. I'm not sure. We've never spoken, but you've responded to some of the things that I've said and posted. We're in line. We're very much in line. I mean, I'm a patriot. You're a patriot. I love that. But you can't just say there were no clients. That was just, I was like, I do. Right? And that was I don't know who put you up to that and why, but you need to fucking slap that person. Right? Get that fucking person off of your Christmas list. Oh, this is good. This is what
we will draw this city closer together. We will replace the frigidity of rugged individualism with the warmth of collectivism. If our campaign, we will replace the frigidity of rugged individualism with the warmth of collectivism. We will replace the frigidity of rugged individualism with the warmth of collectivism.
This country was founded on being capitalistic, believe it or not. Whether you fight it or you hate it or you don't like it. And there's a lot of people out there, money is evil. I've heard that from like this woman I love preciously and wonderful. She used to say that money is the root of... No, it's a tool. That's all it is. You put yourself here to get that. I've owned property twice. I've had new cars and great furniture and beautiful this and that. That's fine. That's good. I'm gonna get that again, and I know somebody's gonna be. I'm not saying who. I'm just saying it's happened. But the thing that I'm saying right now, and I think this is extremely important, is the sky's the limit, people. There are people that I know, that I physically know, that were like borderline homeless, right? Borderline homeless, doing amazing. because they found their niche. They found something they love to do. They found something that gives them purpose. Right? There's actually somebody I know. I got to say this. Her purpose should be doing this kind of stuff. She was just amazing at it. Everybody knew it. She would be probably at, and it's not too late because she's still young, she's still beautiful, she's still cool, right? She would probably be at thousands and thousands of subscribers. She'd probably be in the hundreds. And then that would pay for pretty much everything. The money would just come in, the endorsements, the advertising, the affiliate programs. That would be it. If she needed help with that, I would help her in a heartbeat. You guys know who I'm talking about. All right, so that is a situation. There's a couple other replies here. Oh, this came out. Here's this fucker.
The only way we're going to have a great future in America is if we welcome and embrace immigrants, the dreamers, and all of them, because our ultimate goal is to help the dreamers, but get a path to citizenship for all 11 million or however many undocumented there are here. The only way we're going to have a great future. The only way we're going to have a great future in America is if we welcome and embrace immigrants, the dreamers, and all of them, because our ultimate goal is to help the dreamers, but get a path to citizenship for all 11 million or however many undocumented.
However many. Isn't that crazy? In a matter of fucking 3.5, 4 years. I gotta say it. Before 2021, when the illegitimate Biden administration and their cabinet decided to open the floodgates and plane and train and bus and move and bring as many of illegal voters and criminals and shit into this country, the average amount of immigrants that were coming into this country, on average for the past few decades, was anywhere from like 400,000 to 500,000 per year. And then when Puppet Joe, right, stick up his pole, but Puppet Joe, took office, it was about 3.4 to 4 million that we knew of coming in per year. I'm good with a few 100,000. Not a big deal. Didn't cost us a lot of money, but this move cost us $450 billion. When the dust settled, that's what the number was. A gigantic, almost $500 billion was spent on harboring these people, taking care of these people, Medicare, everything they were fucking getting. Crazy. All right, here's. And then Child Protective Services is fucking just a big. That's not what they are. That's a good picture and a good video. You gotta see the original video. I wonder if it's up here. Oh, look. All right. No. Back. All right. Chicago doesn't need help. We have everything under control. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. Sorry. I'm just trying to post it. Tariffs are an overwhelming benefit to our nation, as they have been incredible for our nation's security and prosperity. Loss of our ability to tariff other countries which treat us unfairly would be a terrible blow to the United States of America. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Oh, I agree. Absolutely. It's leverage. I'll just give you a quick example. Canada, our partners, were charging us like a 200 and 300% tariff on many of their goods. And we weren't charging them anything. It's like, what the fuck? Right? How is that fair? We fucking protect them. Not anymore. Yeah, there's a few states out there, a few providences that are going to come and they want to get the fuck out of Canada because Canada's turning into woke, smart city, World Economic Forum, corporate governance bullshit, BlackRock pieces of shit, fucking parts of their country. It's getting really bad. How beautiful of all the buildings is this? That's a beautiful building. What is that anyway? I don't even know what that is. Is that the ballroom? No. Ah. Yeah. These windmills are bullshit. If you go below a windmill, and I've done it, there's just birds galore. Dead, 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 dead. And I already talked about the solar arrays that were bullshit too. Antifa. These fucking kids in these basements have turned into a real fucking mess. I'm looking for something from Pam, right? Or in regards to Pam. Yeah. So, President Trump has removed National Guard from Chicago, Los Angeles, Portland. And the reason why is you're going to see a serious uptick, and it's going to happen, of violence and chaos and destruction in those cities. And these people, which are already begging, they're already begging, like now, fucking now. They're already begging for help, but it's going to get really bad. And it's sad. He's got to use an example. And these are the ones he's going to do it. There's other cities that are at least talking to him, right? I think New York is open because Bondi has been whipped good. Good for him, that fucking piece of shit. Oh, yeah, I think Trump is way better than Kamala was. And that would have just been a fucking nightmare. I wouldn't be able to do or say anything. I wouldn't have this channel back. Right? Period. There would be it would be fucking nuts. Right? Oh, this is my point. Oh, I'm so glad this is it. This is from Bad Boy 88. Must be done. Oh, I agree. And everybody's putting a lot of... Start arresting poll workers that cheated in elections and watch how fast they'll tell you who told them to cheat. So they'll snitch. You know it. There are only two genders. Charlie is a hero. White people don't. Hate black people. No, they know. Trump is not a racist. Jesus Christ is Lord. Okay, I like that. He's going to get a third term. If Pam could, which is easy, I could fucking do it. Pam could prove that 2020 election was stolen unequivocally, beyond a shadow of a doubt, it's a done deal. But don't take your time in this, Pam. You got to do it before the midterms. As a reward from stolen election. Yeah, absolutely. Everybody knows this. Yeah, which means the J6 committee that put so many people through fucking hell need to go down. They need to be in prison. And these people here. It's from I Stand With Trump 47. Yeah. Importing thousands of unvetted illegals, including drug dealers, murderers, gang members, Islamic terrorists, all kinds of terrorists, mentally ill, just their worst. And that's what they did. They booted them all out. So take all these fucking people. And they shipped them over here. And we helped ship them over here. We helped pay for it, by the way. You're going to find out. And that's what we're stuck with. It's time to break the glass, bro. It's time. Release General Flynn. Just bring him in and just fucking go. General Flynn should have been in my opinion, your Secretary of State. Period. Everybody thought that too. Matt Gaetz should have been your fucking, I don't care what they had on fucking Matt Gaetz. It was all bullshit anyway. He was set up. Matt Gaetz definitely should have been the AG. Absolutely. Tulsi Gabbard, perfect. Robert F. Kennedy, perfect. Maybe could have been Secretary of State as well. Right? J.D. Vance, whoever. That's fine. Don't like him? Google a country with a president you do like. Then pack your shit and move there. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'm just going to say fucking exactly. You know what? I got some new headphones. I haven't grabbed them yet. I've been using them for Call of Duty. I'm getting good at that game. Well, all I'm saying is I like it. It's fun. After I'll hit the bag for a little bit, or I'm doing a couple of my little stretches and calisthenics that I do every once in a while. I like just kicking back and going through the games. There's just so many options. I'm doing Endgame. I was playing with my grandson a couple days ago. We were going through Endgame, which was fun. We battled this giant robot. It was super fun. And I think you'd enjoy it. That's all I'm saying. All right. I'm just jumping through here. My replies. All roads lead to Obama. Retruth if you want a public military. Absolutely. Yeah, this guy is not. Fair elections would end the Democrat. Absolutely. It would end the Democratic Party. The fair elections would do that for sure. Trump, MAGA. Okay, trying to say. Okay, all the ass kicking on here is a little overwhelming. Invoke the Insurrection Act. For sure. Just do it, sir. And this is my favorite right here. We the people want arrests. We the people want prosecutions. We the people want convictions. And we want them all in fucking jail. Today. All right? I'm going to save that. Copy. I'm going to make it a package deal here. Zoom out. I'm going to stretch this out here. I'm going to put it. Give me a second. I'm just doing something on my paint. I'm going to paste it in there. Yeah, it's not big. It's not too big. Oh, it fucking works. We the people, in order to perform a perfect union, and prosperity. Provided by the common defense. Yeah, that works right there. So I'm going to keep that. I'm going to select this. I'm going to select all. I'm going to paste this on here. You guys are going to see I've made a collage. And I'm going to post it right here with this guy's right here. Yeah, all together now, bro. Truthin'. I mean, I could go on and on. Everybody's just really pissed. We're just like, come on, Pam. Something. And then people are right here saying, call them. Look, call them. The FBI operates one field office in Minnesota headquarters in the Minneapolis area, which oversees the entire state. There are also several resident agencies, right? And you can call. I posted and call the Department of Justice. They work for us. You're picking. You guys have to think this way. Look, I voted for you because I helped get you your job. That's it. You helped them get that job. So what you need to do is call them and say, hey, remember we voted you in and you were supposed to do all this? Well, you got to start doing it or we're going to start raising some hell to get you out. Do what we're asking you to do or fucking get the fuck out. It's that simple. The FBI can, in fact, arrest state governors for misuse of federal funds. Ta-da! Look how easy that is. Right? And then I tagged Cash, Pam, Vance, Pete Hegseth, because, you know, he's military. Real Donald Trump. That's it. Just go fucking do it. Do your job. That's why we brought you in. Right? Well, why do you think we brought you? Why do you think we voted for you? Because we knew everybody was scamming you. That's why. We knew everybody was fucking scamming the shit out of you. So that's what we did. All right, make it go viral. The year of accountability, baby. That's right. Yeah. It's time. It's time for a special task force focused on identifying and holding accountable those within our government and those, I lost my pen, within our government and those on the outside of the government who have worked to subvert the nation from within, both past and present officials. Everybody. I don't care who it is, where they're from, what party. I don't give a fuck. I want the fucking criminals out of my government. It's like you own a company. You own a little small burger joint, right? Mary's Burgers. It doesn't anyway, right? Mary's Burgers has 15 employees, and then you find out 10 of your employees are stealing from the till. In other words, they're taking money from your cash register. They're scamming. They're stealing food. They're doing all kinds of shit. So what do? You fire them, right? You got to go in and you got to get rid of those people that are stealing from your company. That's who these people are. They're stealing from my company. My company, guess what my company is? The United States of America. This cannot be ignored, delayed, or buried. Yeah, unleash fucking General Flynn. For God's sakes. I agree, and I forwarded that. I volunteer. I volunteer too. I definitely. And it's way past time. We shall have no real hope to survive the enemies arranged against us until we hang the traitors lurking among us. Okay. That's right. And here's the mob. Here's the mob right here. They're all fucking... Oh, I'm going to keep this one. This is a good one. Right? Maybe I'll make this a big collage. Right? I should make this a big collage. Nope. Hang on. Back. That's going to be too big. I ain't going to do that. Okay. I'll make it a separate one then. Let's save this. New. Okay. I'm keeping this one though. Okay. Here's the lot of them, pretty much. Go get them all, Pam. Get them all. She could just totally just... I mean, I would be doing backflips if she just went after 10% of these people. No, 20%. If she went out a quarter of these people, I would just be ecstatic as all heck. I would just be fucking ecstatic. Let me show you this picture. I think you guys can see it, right? Yeah. Yeah, I would be fucking ecstatic. But what I'm doing is I'm also putting it in here. I have to put it in here. Must do it. Do it now. I was watching the first Conan, and I'm going to tell you right now, the worst actor on the planet has and always is and has always been, he's gotten a little better over time, of course, but still, is fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger. Just a terrible actor. The worst. The guy, it's just, oh God, that sound that he makes, that sound, ad source, here we go, media, Pam, to-do list, culprits. I'm going to say at the parents review with culprits. I got it here, people. Where is it? Where is it? I just fucking grabbed. Do I have to save that one? There it is. Beep, beep. Okay, there it is. Right here. So if I put this all together, that's it right there. Right? Here's the list. Here it all is. That's it right there. There you go. That's it right there, people. We're going to fit those. That's about as far as it's going to go. What the crap? OBS is fun to work with. It's an amazing program, but it's just, you know. And that's it. That's what needs to happen. Here are all the corporates. I don't know all these people. You can't really see the names, but you can recognize some of them. Right? There's Comey, Schiff, Kamala, Wasserman, Schultz. Some of the people on the bottom here, I'm not familiar who they are, but I think they're involved, part of the committee, I think. Yeah, I don't see. There's a few more. There's a few in there that need to go too. I don't see Christopher Wray in there. Do you see Christopher Wray? No, but he needs to be on that fucking list for sure. I think that's an old list. I think that's kind of an old list. That's not the list though. There's a bunch more. I think I should compile a list. Why don't I compile the list for fuck's sakes? Because this one, not that great. Yeah, it's not that great. All right. All right. So that's where I'm at. Holy mackerel. Pam. Your silence isn't helping, which I kind of get. But there is somebody today that said that Pam and the DOJ and all of them, something's happening. Something, I think I reposted it. I have to play that to give her a little light. Oh yeah, look at this. This is a Christmas ball at Mar-a-Lago. Aren't they fucking just beautiful? She's just smoking hot. I mean, she's a hot chick. There's no doubt. There is no doubt. Melania Trump is fucking gorgeous. Period. I don't care. You know. Go back to profile. Yeah, that whole, just anything that they're just kicking ass just drives people crazy. It's fucking nuts. I think it was I posted it here. Let me just check real quick. I'll know as soon as I get down far enough. We already did that. Did that. And then this is funny. The Somalians and all these people that are getting a lot of money in this bullshit. You gotta hear this.
Yesterday morning, I was called by the owner because unfortunately someone came in to our daycare. We looked and saw what happened, and we saw that the suspect came in from the back, broke in from the back kitchen, and he also destroyed the wall to come in. As we walked around the daycare, we saw that our office doors was broken into as well. We saw that, unfortunately, there was important documentation, enrollment of the children, and also into as well. We saw that, unfortunately, there was important documentation, enrollment of the children, and also employee documentation that was gone. There were also
somebody came in to a daycare center, which I don't think in the history of life has ever been broken into for anything, because there's nothing there ever, unless it's during children hours, which is terrible and horrific. But they came in and took all the information. They actually, the mainstream media went to go show this. This is, you know, Carrie brings up the biggest point. What a joke. Insane levels of bullshit here. Don't insult on intelligence. This is very insulting. The mainstream media, a bunch of them were there now. They want you to believe that somebody came in and took the documentation showing that there were kids or there weren't kids. Either proving that there was fraud or proving that there wasn't fraud. But all that documentation was stolen. Isn't that crazy how that happened? It's kind of like the J6 committee getting rid of all their files regarding the J6 committee. Do you not understand what's happening here? It's not insulting. It's not insulting. It should be insulting to you if you find it at all in any way viable or that it makes any sense at all. There's just no way. There's just no fucking way. This is real. The mainstream media is actually putting this out there saying, well, somebody took all the files, so we're fucked. We can't do anything now. This one daycare center, out of the 500 that they have, I don't know how many they fucking have. A lot of them. President Trump is not going to let Governor Walz off the hook. Oh, is he? Yeah, we'll see. It's all up to Pam. I said, Pam, we'll see. Republicans that just voted against codifying Doge, foreign aid spending cuts into law. Yeah, these are the fucking ass. Oh, I gotta post this for sure. Lindsey Graham, of course. Right? Cassidy, I already know. Glasser. God, look at these motherfuckers. Markowitz, Round, Scott, and John Thune, of course, a piece of shit. And who's young? Wicker. What a bunch of shit. Just fucking. I gotta keep that. The reason I want to keep this is I want to make sure that these people don't fucking stay. That aren't a part of this country anymore. Those are the criminals. Those are the criminals. They've just outed themselves as being criminals. Criminal Republicans. Look at that. Republicans. 2026. That's it. I have to keep that. Yeah, it's both sides. I don't care what whatever you want to say. The majority of the craziness and the sicko shit and the fucked up, the majority of it comes from the Democrats. There's no doubt. Those people are really fucked up. All right, I'm going to jump over here real quick and just kind of go through some stuff through YouTube. How long have I been here? I think I'll do that tomorrow. I wanted to do like a year-end thing, but I can do it tomorrow. Not a big deal. I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to go play some Call of Duty with my grandson. Yeah, I got to do it now. He still has he's not in school, so he can stay up a little bit later. And he is a little bit later than I am, so we're good. Let me see here. Anybody want to get on and play, just let me know. I like it. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I've had some final kills, a lot of final kills lately, a lot of wins. It's just management, being in the right place, moving around. I do the quads usually because I like working with the team. I'm a team guy. Do the quads, casuals. It's simpler. I've done insurgents. That's just so fast and so quick. I'll do it every once in a while, but it's like game's over. I like moving around, doing fun things, kind of having fun, playing with equipment. Getting some cool kills every once in a while. On Call of Duty, it's fun sometimes. All right, so that's it. I think I'm good. Pam. All right. Let me show you. So that. All right. So that is. I have ordered some headphones to go online again. Good. Oh, Snork, what I want to do, dude, we'll talk about it tomorrow if you don't mind, is we got to find a way to teach your course. I know you want to do hands-on, but if you could do your course, hopefully I'm not saying too much here, Zoom, as long as they have the right equipment, but it has to be in with us, right? And it can only go through one person, and we have to make sure it's regulated, licensed, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Intersex is the natural but rare mix-up of genes. Okay. 4 genders, male, female. Yeah, that's okay. Well, yeah, whatever. Okay. All right, bro. Look, all I know is there's, 2 men can't have a baby and 2 women can't have a baby. I mean, that's physically not possible. So that's how I determine it. Yeah. So let's do that. Also, I'm going to be talking about trucks probably tomorrow, the next day, and then I got to start jumping over to my Hawaii lore and doing my land case, which is going to be fun. That's going to be exciting and fun and challenging as well. But anyway, that's pretty much it for tonight. I want to say thank you for being here. Mahalo, aloha, take care. Yeah, I'll probably shave this. It's I don't know. I don't care. It's fun. I don't mind.